How do I take a dummy away from an 18-month-old plus? So for whatever reason, you decide it's time to ditch the dummy. We first need to make sure that all family members, extended family and childcare settings are all aware of the situation, and so that we're all on the same page. I think it's really important to remember here who is the facilitator of a dummy. We are, the adults are. We've allowed the child to have it, and that's fine. We provide them as a means of comfort for our children. But when it comes to ditching the dummy or even limiting the dummy, we need to be respectful, and we need to communicate how this is going to happen to the child. Just taking it away without any warning could be too much for the child. So you have two options here, and it's entirely up to you. You can go cold turkey or you can go gradually. So if you decide to go cold turkey, number one, you need to make a plan and involve them in it. You could say something like, tomorrow we're going to say goodbye to the dummy because you're a big girl or boy now. Can you help mummy find all the dummies in the house, and we can put them in this special bag for the fairy to collect. A fairy could leave a comforting gift to replace the dummies, or you could pack up all the dummies and put them in a package. Send them to the post office to the babies that might need them. You can be super creative about your ideas here and just make sure that you involve your child as much as possible. Number two, we need to give a lot of descriptive praise and encouragement during the process. Number three, don't mention it if they haven't mentioned it, but if they do, I would just give them lots of empathy and validation and a lot of cuddles. And number four, be consistent. Consistency is key. So what do I do if my child kicks up a big stinker around this plan? So we want to validate the feeling, continue with the boundary, and move to a choice. So the choices could be, do you want a hug with mummy, or do you want to snuggle with your bunny? Or do you want to send your dummies to the wizards, or do you want to send them to the fairies? Try and pick a choice that you're happy with and involve them as much as you can. So that was going cold turkey. If you choose to go gradually, again, make a plan and involve your children in it. If your child has had unlimited access to the dummy, you might want to start limiting it to only when you're in the car, or only when you're at home, or only when they're having a nap or going to sleep. We need to communicate this in advance. Dummies are for sleep time, or dummies are for when you're at home. So you could say dummies are going to stay in this box for when you're not sleeping or for when you're not at home. We can involve them in decorating this box and coming up with ideas as to how they want it to look. So the box could be left by the door or by their bed, so that they are given the power and responsibility to be able to put their dummy in there independently. Then you can start to gradually take it away more and more and involve them again in this process. This can take several weeks and some tears, but remember, consistency is key in this, and keeping that dummy out of sight to resist that temptation. Don't forget to use lots of descriptive praise for the times in which they are not having it. You've got this, and with a lot of positivity, empathy and consistency, you might actually be quite shocked about how well it goes.